Okay, Christopher Gray on YouTube. I'm wondering what my chances are of getting into the U.S. My girlfriend is a U.S. citizen. I'm from Jamaica, but she's currently not working. Could we get an affidavit sponsor?
Yeah, have her file a fiancé visa. You could always get an affidavit support from a second person. But obviously the fiancé visa is to come marry, not to hang out with your girlfriend.
Zaragoza fam on Facebook. Do I have to have a green card first before my son receives his interview scheduled at the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines?
Who's sponsoring you? I assume, I got to extrapolate on these questions now. I assume you got married to a U.S. citizen and your U.S. citizen filed separately for your son in the Philippines. I'm taking a guess. And the answer is the U.S. Embassy is going to want to see that you got your green card or that your marriage is more than 2 years old before they give your son a green card. So it's going to be one of two. One, you already have your green card and you've established it's a real marriage, or two, your marriage is more than 2 years old. And if you don't have your green card, then they should schedule it anyway, because then your son would not be a conditional resident. He would be a permanent resident.
Patrona May on YouTube. My son did his interview in February in Jamaica, but is affected by the president's proclamation. Will he have to do an interview?
Yes. Yeah, you're going to have to do everything all over again, unfortunately. And the biggest thing is, when you say, well, Biden will be here and he's going to end the proclamation, we have a year of people who have been waiting to get interviewed who haven't been interviewed yet. So there's going to be an enormous backlog of people. So it's not going to be enough for Biden just to end the proclamation and say, okay, start processing, because you have a huge group of people who nothing's happened to for a year. So hopefully Biden, besides ending the proclamation, will put more people on, at the embassy. We'll put more people at the National Visa Center. We'll put more people at USCIS, and it's going to fund this to actually process people through who deserve to get through. Because if we don't have the funding and additional resources, both at the U.S. Embassy, National Visa Center, USCIS, there's going to be huge backlogs for years of people who are otherwise eligible for green cards.
Dan Gov on YouTube. I got a misdemeanor 12 years ago. I did not go to jail. The case was expunged. I came here legally, but overstayed for 5 years. Will that affect my green card application? I am married to a U.S. citizen. My visitor visa is valid until April of 2021.
I don't know what he means by his case was expunged, because expunged means you were found guilty, still an immigration conviction. What was his case for?
He just said he got a misdemeanor 12 years ago.
Okay, so we need to know more about this misdemeanor. The overstay with a U.S. citizen is not a problem. Problem is you have a criminal conviction. Even if the case is expunged, it's still a criminal conviction for immigration purposes. So we have to figure out, what is this misdemeanor that you have? It is a conviction. Expungement doesn't change anything. Okay, it could be inadmissible. You may need a waiver. It may be a petty offense and nothing. So we got to figure out what it is that you were found guilty of. The overstay is not a problem. It's the criminal record.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.